Hey everybody, and welcome to the Bullshit Party. And this is gonna be a compilation of every review video for every Podium car from September 2023. So sit back, enjoy, and don't forget to leave a like. Starting off with the first Podium vehicle, which is gonna be the Stinger GT. Hey everybody, and welcome to the Bullshit Party. And in this one, we're gonna be taking a close look at the new Podium vehicle, the Stinger GT. As always, I'm going to be taking you on a tour of its exterior, its interior, the way it's customized in Los Santos Customs, and ultimately the goal of this video is to tell you if it's worth it or not. And with that, let's start with the 360 on the vehicle while I give you some facts about it. First off, this vehicle is no longer available in GT Online. This is the only way to get it right now from the Lucky Wheel, so that's kind of cool, I guess. In game, it used to cost almost $900,000, and it's a sports classic vehicle. All in all, it's a really cool looking car, and in terms of interactivity, this is what you can do with it. You can open, wait for it, there we go. You can open both doors and the trunk hood thing. Basically the engines in the rear is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, really cool looking vehicle, and in case you're thinking this one is familiar looking, it's based on the real world Ferrari 250 GTO. And yeah, it's really cool looking, as I said. And one thing that not a lot of people, I believe, are talking about is that this vehicle is, as you can see, you can kind of see the engine from, well, let me see, from kind of over there. You see that? The engine's visible from the outside, which is a cool touch, I guess. Anyways, that's the exterior of the vehicle. Now let's jump in and look at how the vehicle looks on the inside and how it sounds. And the interior is really weird looking, and that's really blocky looking with horrible textures, but there's a reason for that. More on that in just a little bit. For now, let's just focus on how the vehicle sounds. Not bad, also not the best sounding vehicle of the entire game. Again, more on that in just a little bit. For now, let's just see what type of drivetrain we are dealing with here. And no surprises, it's a Ferrari, so rear-wheel drive just makes sense. And with that, we are off to Los Santos Customs to customize this bad boy. And on our way there, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts and impressions of the stock version of the Stinger GT. Now, what I was saying before, this vehicle looks kind of old-ish, and the textures were kind of muddy, and yeah, there's a reason for that. This vehicle was released when GTA Online was released almost, wait for it, a decade ago. That's right, next week GTA 5 turns 10 years old. Which kind of makes me feel old, but it is what it is. So yeah, is it going to be the best for performing car of the entire game? Definitely not. Does it perform well? Kind of. Keep in mind that $900,000 when the game came out was a lot of money for a vehicle. The most expensive one, the Adder, was $1 million. So this was, yeah, near the top of the price point in GT Online. So does it perform well in 2023, 10 years after it was released? Kind of, but it's not even comparable to even mid-class vehicles of its class, so yeah, that's that. Maybe the customization is gonna be good, who knows? And as I said before, this vehicle is part of the sports classics in GT Online, the Stinger GT. And in case you're wondering how much dinero you can sell it for, well, zero. Who would have thunk? Now let's upgrade all the performance options up front so we don't forget anything at the end, and I'm assuming the customization is going to be horrible because, yep, 10-year-old vehicle after all. And wow, we don't really have any customization. Literally nothing. So let's see, the first customization options is the license plate. Okay, license plate, cool. And we can respray the vehicle, which I appreciate, I guess. Which we're going to be doing at the end with... let's see, now we can change the wheels, although I really like those, but yeah, the game is kind of forcing my hand, and I'm assuming this is going to be one of those old vehicles when you change the window tint, you also change the visibility of the engine compartment. So let's see. Yep, pretty bad. And after one untimely interruption from the delivery guy, we are back. And yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, this is the best vehicle of the entire game. No, I'm kidding. I remember what I was talking about. So yeah, this is kind of a bummer. I would have liked to put the limo tint on, but yeah, that's not happening. So let's do this. Let's change the wheels, even though I really like those. Let's see now, wheel type. Believe those are muscle car wheels. And let's see, definitely not muscle car wheels. Maybe tuner wheels or sports or... Oh, those are lowrider wheels. Now I remember. There we go. Those kind of look the same. Kind of. Let's see. Yeah, I think those are the closest ones. So we're going to be going with the wired look. And yeah, really disappointing. I don't know what I'm going to make the vehicle color because, well, you'll see in a bit. But I know that I want to make the rims red. Oh, actually... Yeah, I think I'm, yeah, we're making it cream pearl. Now, let's see. Tires, tire design. Ah, it's so ugly. Of course I'm going to be doing it. Tire enhancements. No, thank you. And it's time to respray the vehicle. And this week, I asked you guys what color you want me to make the vehicle. Or do you want me to make the vehicle a color that I suggest? And, well, to my surprise, most of you suggested me you know, choosing the color. So, thanks, guys. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I'm sure you'll regret it when you see what I have planned for this. But, yeah, thanks. Hopefully you like the outcome. Now, I have no ill intentions towards this car. And actually, Sunset Orange looks good. I think we're going to be going over through all the colors and just choosing what just fits best and what looks great in this current situation. I'm only hoping that I can also put the crew emblem on the vehicle, because I don't remember if that's an option or not. I didn't pay attention. Now, let's see. Well, lime green looks good. Too bad it's blocked. Now, let's see. Matte metallic. Chameleon. Let's see. We can choose chameleon colors, and those are really expensive. Oh, that kind of matches the carpet. Well, let's see. Orange, purple. I really like this one, but it's so expensive. It's so stupid. $50,000 for just for the car to look. Well, I guess I've done stupider things in GTA Online and in real life. So let's go for it. And yeah, we can put the crew emblem on. Okay, that makes it worth something. Wow, we can't even customize the. Wow. You know how I usually am just upset and. That the vehicle can only change the front of the vehicle's appearance. You can only change the splitter, and they call it the front bumper option. I would have loved to be able to change the splitter on this one. This is such horrible level of customization, and I am 100% sure that if Rockstar has any intention of being, you know, fan servicey to their customers, let's call them the fan base of GTA Online, they should upgrade all old vehicles, like this one, with more customization, or in the case of this one, with customization. Because, yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. We literally could only change the rims, the rim color, the window tint, the license plate color, and the color of the car. And, oh, I'm sorry, we can also put the crew emblem on the vehicle side. See, it's the Dewbauchee party. And, yeah. In terms of how the vehicle behaves after fully upgrading its performance, I gotta say that it feels really, really good. The traction is a little bit more slipperier. The vehicle has a lot more power. I guess this is how things used to go back in the day. I don't remember, to be honest, because I wasn't really I wasn't really playing that intensely these types of vehicles back in the day. But yeah. The vehicle right now feels a lot faster, a lot slipperier, which I believe it's kind of the point of it. It's supposed to be a fun weekend vehicle. And all in all, it behaves really fun. I would definitely drive this around, if not for the fact that it has zero, I repeat, zero customization. Really a shame. I think Rockstar should really do something about the old vehicles. Just find a way to make them customized. Maybe, I don't know, put a new DLC out with all old vehicles and let us customize them. I think fans are gonna be ecstatic for that. In any case, is this vehicle worth it? To get back to the point of the video, honestly, if you like the look of the vehicle, I think it's worth to getting from the Lucky Wheel, because, as I said in the beginning of the video, this is going to be your only option to get this vehicle from now on, if it's on the Lucky Wheel or if it's in one of the showcases. That's the only way to get it from now on. So, getting it for free for a discontinued vehicle, I don't know, it's kind of worth it. This is my second one, so I think I'm going to be selling it just to, you know, get some of my money back that I put into the upgrades. But yeah, I like the color of this, to be honest. I like what we did here, so I think I'm gonna be selling the other one. I think it was blue. Maybe I am not remembering quite right. And by the other one, I mean this was on the podium before, so of course I've won it. In any case, thanks so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this amongst your friends, because it helps the algorithm make the video reach more people or whatever. And yeah, I'll be catching you all in the next one. Doesn't this trigger your OCD? I just wanna just center it. Let me just see now. Center it, center, center, center. Ah, too much. Hey everybody, and welcome to the bullshit party. And in this one, we're gonna be taking a close look at the new podium vehicle, the NS-Deity. As always, I'm gonna be taking you on a tour of its exterior, its interior, the way customized in Los Santos Customs, and ultimately the goal of this video is to tell you if it's worth it. And with that, let's start doing a 360 on the vehicle while I give you some facts about it. First off, this vehicle was released with the contract DLC. It costs $1.85 million. It's part of the sedans category in GT Online. It's based on a Bentley Flying Spur, which is basically a big Continental GT, which is the Paragon R, and this is basically a bigger Paragon R. In terms of interactivity, this is what you can do with it. You can open this big old hood and look at that beautiful engine, all 4 doors, and the trunk. And I gotta say, from the rear, it kinda almost looks like a Rolls Royce in my opinion, but that may be just me. All in all, it's a pretty cool looking vehicle, and I'm really excited that we have this on the podium. And for the record, this is its first time on the podium, unlike other vehicles that have been, well, let's just say, used a little bit too much. This vehicle was released in 2021, as I said, with the contract DLC, so it's kind of newish, so I'm really excited to see how it customizes in Los Santos Customs. Sounds good, so we're off to the streets to see what type of drivetrain we're dealing with here before going to Los Santos Customs. And it should come to no surprise that this is in fact a rear-wheel drive vehicle. Good to know. With that out of the way, Los Santos Customs, here we come. And of course, on our way there, I'm gonna be sharing with you my thoughts and impressions of the stock version of the Deity. Now, something that I didn't mention before is, you're probably noticing if you've watched my videos before, that I'm playing on kind of a potato console, and that's because I'm playing on the Steam Deck right now. I am on a vacation. You can see the frame rate in the top left-hand corner. I know it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I don't have the agency here, which this vehicle supports because it has Imani tech. Basically, you can upgrade its armor, its weapons, and some other cool things that I really never upgrade on any vehicle. So if you're into that type of thing, we're not going to be doing it in this video, but I did that in a previous video that I made basically when the vehicle first came out 2.5 years ago. So you might want to go check that one out. I'm gonna link it right here. As for this vehicle in particular, the acceleration, decent for a 4-door vehicle. It kind of behaves like a boat, which is to be expected. It's a Bentley, it's a heavy car, and all in all, the only bad thing I can say about it are the brakes are really, really horrible. And with that, let's see what we can customize in Los Santos Customs. Of course, when we get there. And here we are, and as said before, this vehicle is part of the sedans category in GT Online. As for how much money you can sell it for, what a shock, a big fat 0. And yeah, that's not good. And of course, as always, we're going to be taking a look at the performance of the vehicle and upgrading that first. And let me know if you've been playing on PC for a while. Do you have this transaction pending delay every time you select something? I don't have this on the PlayStation. I've never played this much time on the Steam Deck, so let me know if this is normal or is it just my internet connection, because the internet here sucks. And if you guys couldn't tell, I'm doing this old school. I basically recorded the video and now I'm just adding my 2 cents, recording the voiceover so you guys can be a little bit more informed and probably, hopefully, a little bit more entertained. Now, with the upgrades for the vehicle done, let's customize. And of course, we're starting off with the front bumper option, which in this case, it's kind of a front splitter situation, but it is what it is. The rear bumper, however, is real. And even though the options for it are really, really gross in my opinion, it is what it is. I don't like the livery, but there is something interesting to say about it in just a little bit when we get to that point. For now, let's just focus on the exhausts, and I don't like much of those, but I really think this oval exhaust looks like a Bentley for some reason. I associate the oval exhaust with a Bentley, so really liking that one. As for the front grille, you can choose between a plethora of different ones. So which one I chose? Well, of course I'm gonna go with the shiny ones, because me, just like fish, am attracted to shiny things. Moving on to the hood options, and of course we have a lot of customization here, although I would have loved to see something where the engine bay was kind of visible, but I guess this is a more classy look for the vehicle, so that's out of the question. Next up, we have the aforementioned liveries. Now pay attention here. If you're noticing something, you're not alone. The livery that we had selected is not on the list, which means that this livery is exclusive for this Podium vehicle. You can't buy it anywhere else, and you can't rebuy it if you decide to go with another one. So I am actually gonna go with the ugly livery for that exact reason. Even though I kind of like one of the other liveries, I am gonna go with the Podium vehicle livery, just so people, when they see me, know that I won this with sweat, tears, and blood from the lucky wheel. Well, not really, I won it first try, but it is what it is. Now we are on to the roof option, and I gotta say this one was kind of a letdown. Side skirts! I don't really understand the point of side skirts, not a big deal. They don't have any visual impact in my opinion, so it's kind of a waste of money, so let's just waste $16,000. There! Good as new. Spoiler, and this should be mentioned, is the only visual customization of the vehicle that has any impact on the performance. So keep that in mind, and I know a Bentley with a spoiler, a big old spoiler, looks really stupid and weird, but it is what it is. It's a game after all, kind of. And here we can slam the vehicle to the ground, and you're probably noticing that I don't really have everything unlocked, and that's because this character that I have on my Steam Deck, on my PC, is not as high a level as my main guy, so that's something to keep in mind. As for the color of the vehicle, as always, I asked you guys, the viewers of the Dewbauchee party, what color do you want me to make the vehicle in the video you're watching right now. And for this week, most of you suggested, let me just check. Well, you suggested pink, so thanks for that. You wanted me to make the vehicle pink. I gave you so many options of great colors, and you guys made me make it pink. And I gotta say, if I was into Barbie, I would love how this vehicle looks. But as for right now, I'm kind of on the fence on it. Even though it looks kind of, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it looks good in pink? I don't know if the camo stripes match the pink, but it is what it is. You guys made me choose it. As always, no hard feelings, but yeah, I'll get you next time. And thank you so much for voting on the poll. I really love having your guys' input on doing the customization for the vehicles. Now, last thing, slapping the crew emblem, and we're out! And here we are on the outside, and I gotta say, the pink is kind of growing on me. It looks cool. And yeah, even though we don't have Imani tech on this vehicle, it's still pretty cool. As I said before, this is basically a 4-door Paragon R, which was released, I believe, with the Diamond and Casino Resort in 2019, I want to say, so a while ago. This vehicle, pretty good, in my opinion. $1.9 million, is it worth it? Probably not. Something interesting, we don't have this often. This vehicle is unique because the livery that you just saw, even though it's not a big deal, it's a livery and you really can't rebuy it if you mess something up and you purchase another one, makes it kind of stand out. Even though it's ugly, it still stands out by showing other people that you won this with blood from the Lucky Wheel Podium. So that's kind of cool, I guess. And by the way, if you don't know how to win it, go to my channel and watch my tutorial. I make a video every week showing you guys how to win the Lucky Wheel Podium vehicle every single time you spin the wheel. But back to the deity, $1.9 million is a lot of money for the game, and I gotta say, it's not really worth 1.9. Is it worth getting for free? Yeah, especially because this is one of the rare vehicles, as I just said, that we actually have something to brag about and show our friends that we actually won it from the Lucky Wheel Podium. Now, is it a great deal? Probably not, but if you have a spare garage space, I would say this one is a total get. Just one tip from me, don't make it pink because you see the outcome. Even though it's not that ugly, it's actually, you know what? Pink really grew on me. I gotta say, I don't think anybody else is gonna make theirs pink. At least, not any self-respecting person. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, become a channel member, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Hey everybody, and welcome to the bullshit party. And in this one, we're gonna be taking a close look at the new Podium vehicle, the Stinger. Not to be confused with the Stinger GT that was on the Podium a couple of weeks ago. No, this is the Stinger, and it has never been on the Podium. So in this video, we're gonna be taking a close look at its exterior, its interior, the way it customized in Los Santos Customs, and ultimately, I'm gonna be telling you if it's worth it or not. And with that, let's start with the 360 on the vehicle while I give you some facts about it. First and foremost, the most important part of the vehicle, and I believe the most important feature that the vehicle has, is that it's a convertible. And even though you can't remove the hood, the roof, I mean, just by pressing a button, you can still remove it from the Los Santos Customs, customs. This vehicle is based on the Ferrari 250 GT California Spider, and I gotta say, it's a really cool looking car. The only bad thing I can say about it is that it's kind of old, kind of 10 years old-ish. So yeah, that's kind of a downside. In terms of interactivity, this is what you can do with it. You can open both doors, the hood and the trunk, and that's a beautiful V8, I'm assuming. It's a part of the sports classics in GT Online. It used to cost $1 million, which is very, very expensive. When the game first came out, $1 million was the most expensive vehicle in the game, so this was really, really expensive. You can't buy it anymore though, because it was removed from the game a couple of weeks ago, and this is gonna be the only way to get it from, well, basically right now. And in any case, that's the exterior done. Now let's jump in and look at how the interior looks. And I gotta say, the exterior is really similar to that of the GT version of this vehicle. But, well, it is what it is. As for the interior, it looks, I believe, better than the Stinger GT. And I really like that grotty over there. Whoops. And, yeah, let's listen to how the vehicle sounds. Very nice. And now, to do our scientific test to see what type of drivetrain we're dealing with here. And chances are it's going to be a rear-wheel drive car, and what a shock. It is, in fact, a rear-wheel, well, jumping car. Interesting. Now, with that useful piece of information out of the way, let's get to Los Santos Customs and customize this bad boy. And of course, on our way there, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts and impressions of the stock version of the Stinger. And first, I gotta say, it really reminds me of how the Stinger GT behaves. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just somewhere in the middle. And once again, you have to keep reminding yourself this vehicle was released over 10 years ago as of the making of this video, so quite old. Now, is it gonna be the best in its category? Of course not. Is it gonna be the most fastest, the most, best handling? No, definitely not. I can only hope that we have some customization, unlike the Stinger GT, which is going to be able to redeem this vehicle. Because if you recall, the Stinger GT, I wasn't that positive about it. It's a cool looking vehicle, customization, really bad. Do I expect the customization here to be any better? Not really. But, hey, a boy can dream, can he? In any case, we are at Los Santos Customs, so let's see what we can customize on the Stinger. Once again, not the Stinger GT. And here we are, and as said before, this vehicle is part of the sports classics in GT Online. As for how much you can sell it for, what a shock. Now let's repair the vehicle and upgrade all the performance options up front, so you guys don't tell me that I'm an idiot again. Now let's see, transmission, turbo, and that's it. Wow, that's a bummer. Okay, so the first customization option is the license plate. Once again, this gives me Stinger GT vibes. Not good. We can remove the hood, though. The hood. I don't know why I keep calling that the hood. We can remove the roof, which is cool. Would have been better if it was a, an automatic convertible. Basically, you can press a button and it retracts by itself, but well, beggars can't be choosers, you know how the saying goes. Suspension! We can slam the vehicle to the ground, and I believe when the game first came out we didn't have the competition setting, so I guess there are some extra modifications here. We don't have liveries, which is really disappointing because, as you see, we are basically done with the customization. Can't you tell? Wow, that sucks. In any case, let's customize the vehicle's color. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And as always, I asked you guys, the viewers of the Bullshit Party, what color do you want me to make the vehicle in the video you're watching right now. And for this week, most of you suggested blue. What kind of blue? I don't know. But in any case, thank you so much to everybody that voted on the poll, and hopefully you are gonna like the outcome. Now let's choose a blue color, and just to make sure that you can participate in future polls, make sure to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, share the video amongst your friends, and blah 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 blah, whatever. Now let's see, blue. Ooh, I like this dark blue even though it's light, but yeah, I really like how that one looks. So let's see other blues. Nope, I like this one. Yep, perfect. And the crew emblem is slapped in the middle of the vehicle. I kind of like that. Even though if it had rounder edges, it would have been better. But once again, beggars can't be choosers. And because we can't customize anything else, I'm going to be customizing the wheels, even though I really like those. I believe those are muscle car wheels. Or actually lowrider wheels. Let's see. Yep. Those are kind of the same. So we're going to be putting those on. Or maybe those. Interesting. Now, we're going to be putting those on, the wired wheels. And we are going to be changing the wheel color. Oh, that's so tacky. Let's see. What other options do we have that is going to make the vehicle maybe a little bit less embarrassing? One thing that I can say is that I'm really disappointed that you can't even customize the color of the interior. As I said, this vehicle is really bare bones when it comes to customization. Really annoying, really sucks. Rockstar needs to do something with older vehicles because this is, quite frankly, embarrassing. Ooh, I like how this one looks. And it's free. Nice. Who can beat free? Now let's see, tire design. We can go with the... that actually kind of looks good. So let's go with it. And we are out of here. And here we are, fully customized and modified. And I gotta say, the vehicle looks, well... I can't sugarcoat it. It looks the same as it did before, just because we didn't do anything to it. Now, something really disappointing that I'm just noticing is that it has a front license plate. This one was gonna look so much better if we could just remove that, but again, Rockstar doesn't give us the option to do so, even though it's, well, they kind of should. And also, I'm noticing the license plate is disappearing. Do you see that? You see the license plate now, and if you go to the back side of the vehicle, the license plate's gone. Interesting. Maybe this is a feature that only the Podium vehicle has. I don't know. In any case, let's see how it performs after fully upgrading and modifying it. Once again, this vehicle is a convertible, but only converted in Los Santos Customs. So, that's something to keep in mind. Now, does it feel different? Yeah, kind of. It feels a little bit more powerful. Everything else is about the same. Traction, handling, everything, you know, like that is pretty much on point as it was in the beginning, just because everything just got a little bit better and it's barely noticeable. The vehicle is really fun to drive, I gotta be honest. I'm sure this was probably the fastest vehicle in its class when the game first came out, but it's been 10 years, so there are other many just more powerful vehicles out there that you can choose from. But if you're getting this one from the Lucky Wheel for free, and if you have an empty garage space, is it worth it? Honestly, I don't know. If you got the Stinger GT from last week, I'd say sell that and get this one instead. They're basically the same vehicle, but this one has a convertible roof, so you can basically keep it up or put it down. Now, take that as however you will, but I think I prefer this one as opposed to the Stinger GT, even though that one has a GT in its name, which is supposed to be better, but more letters isn't always the better option. And yeah, I'm thoroughly disappointed, by the way, if you couldn't tell by the sound of my voice. I was really hoping for a miracle here, and we're gonna have a plethora of different customization options. And listen, the icing on the cake is the license plate, the front license plate. Look at how ugly that looks, and it's not even necessary. It's not even visible from the side or from the rear. This is just some sort of a glitch. Maybe this is not on the original vehicle. Maybe this is just tacked on, so you know, Rockstar can promote this as a Podium vehicle, saying, listen, you can get the Podium car and it's gonna be unique to the Podium. But yeah, I gotta say, if that's the case, really lame. In any case, hopefully this video helps you make your mind up if you want to win this from the Lucky Wheel this week or not. Please subscribe, please like the video, support the channel in any way you can. Maybe you can become a channel member, who knows? Thanks so much for watching once again, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Well, that's a perfect parking job. Nah, I'm kidding. Let's just go and compare it to my other Stinger GTs. Yep, GTs, because I have two of them. Hey everybody, and welcome to the Bullshit Party! And in this one, we're gonna be reviewing the new podium vehicle, the Penumbra FF. As always, we're gonna be taking a look at its exterior, its interior, the way it's customized in Los Santos Customs, and ultimately, I'm gonna be telling you if it's worth it or not. And before we get started with the 360 on the vehicle, please consider leaving a like on the video. It helps out the channel a lot, and maybe even subscribe if you're new to the channel. Comment something meaningless, it just helps out the algorithm. And let's get started with some information about the Penumbra FF. First and foremost, this vehicle is based on the real-world Mitsubishi Eclipse, the second generation. In-game, it's gonna cost you $1.4 million. It's a sports car, which means it's part of the sports car category in GT Online. It's a two-door vehicle, as you can see. It was released quite a while ago with the Los Santos summer update in, I believe, 2020. Actually, I know it's 2020 because I remember it. And in terms of interactivity, this is what you can do with it. You can open both doors, the hood and the trunk, and this is a beautiful engine, and I think this was a turning point for Rockstar when they actually started giving a bad word for the look of the engine compartment. Now, I personally love the way the vehicle looks. Some of you might not, and that's perfectly okay. It's very, very retro in the sense that it's not modern looking, but it's very distinctive and it's also very cool. Now with the exterior done, let's jump in and look at how the vehicle looks from the inside and how it sounds, most importantly. And I gotta say, the interior is kind of basic, but that's to be expected. The way the vehicle sounds, however, very mucho dinero. Now with that out of the way, let's see what type of drivetrain we are dealing with here. And it should come to no surprise that, wait for it, it's an all-wheel drive vehicle. That's right, this one is an all-wheel drive car. So, pretty excited for this one. And with that, off to Los Santos Customs we go to customize this bad boy. And as always, on our way there, I'm gonna be sharing with you my thoughts and impressions of the stock version of the FF. Now, first I want to say a small disclaimer, this was on the Podium in, I believe, September of 2020, so I have driven it before. I remember nothing about it, so this is gonna be kind of my first impressions of it. But if you want to see my real first impressions, go watch that video. I made it about three and a change years ago. In any case, so far what I can tell about the vehicle is acceleration really good for its class, brakes are exceptionally good, handling is really well done, and all in all, I gotta say, really good. $1.4 million is a lot for a sports car. Wow, especially if you can drive. But yeah, I'm really liking the way the vehicle performs. The only thing is, I don't remember the customization, so I kind of hope it's on point, because you know, they say customization can either make or break the vehicle. And there's only one way to find that out, and that's to go to Los Santos Customs. And as said before, the Dewbauchee Penumbra FF, which is its full name, is part of the sports car category in GT Online. And in case you're wondering for how much you can sell it for, you can actually sell it for something, $13,000, almost. So let's repair the vehicle and upgrade all the performance options up front, so we don't forget anything at the end. Now let's see, we can also upgrade the transmission and the turbo. There we go. Now off to upgrading the customization part of the vehicle, and I can already say it looks much better with the front license plate deleted. Yep, I think I prefer this one the best. I gotta say, I really like the front bumpers, and by the way, those are real front bumper options. Those are not just splitters. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. As I said, this vehicle, this actually DLC, was a turning point in Rockstar in the sense that they actually started giving a bad word for how the vehicle looks in terms of the details. So yeah, the rear bumpers are kind of diffusers, but well, what can you do? You can't win them all. At least that's what I've been told. I think I prefer this one the best with the little line there just underneath the taillights. Yep, and we're gonna be going with a dual exhaust. Hopefully it's an option. Yep, there is gonna be dual exhaust options. Let's see now. No. Let's see. Let's go with the biggest and most obnoxious exhausts out there. I think this is it. Now let's see. Front seats. Okay, and this is before you could customize the interior of the vehicle outside of Benny's, of course. So, yeah, this vehicle was kind of ahead of its time. Let's see. Do we want to spend money on this? Kinda. Let's go with the carbon seats because they have a beautiful red seat belt thingies that are gonna match my Dewbauchee party logo that I'm gonna slap on the side of the vehicle, or maybe on the hood of it. I don't know yet. Now let's see. These are all the hood options, and yeah, they are kind of disappointing, but I think I like this one the best, so we're gonna be going with it. Carbon, why not? Liveries, I love me some liveries. Now let's see. Livery. I believe this one was the livery that we had on the original Podium vehicle. And I believe it was also black. Now, let's see. Anything else? Cool. Definitely not. And, yeah, I'm not going to be going with this one. So, let's go with the none option because I hate liveries. And, by the way, this is a standard livery, unlike other Podium vehicles that we've received. So, if you just want to change it, feel free to do so. Nothing special here. Let's see the side mirrors. We can go with the secondary color, but I think I like the carbon, how it looks in tandem with the hood. So let's go with that. License plates, we're gonna go with yellow and black, of course. Respraying the vehicle, as always, at the end of our set, Los Santos Customs. I really like how this one looks. I don't know, something about it. Cool. Now, let's see, side skirts, of course. We're going to be going with probably a carbon option, maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, they're not good options here, so... Do I want to go with this? Let's see, something minimalistic, maybe this one, because it's kind of different from the original one. Kind of. Now, let's see, splitter. There we go. We can actually put a splitter on this bad boy, and the basic clip seems to be the one that I'm gonna choose, but you know, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh, we can cool, we can expose the intercooler of the vehicle that I'm actually really liking, and I'm actually gonna do. Spoiler, the only visual component. Oh, that looks so goofy. The only visual component of the vehicle that has any impact on its performance. As you can see, the traction just raises a little bit, but enough to make a difference. And yeah, I'm not really liking how the spoilers look, so I'm probably gonna go with the goofy one. Wow, that's so ugly. Wow, somebody was overcompensating when they were designing this. Wow. Okay, now I really don't like this, but it's the smallest one. Maybe go with this one. Carbon, kind of okay looking. Yeah, let's go with this one. Sun strips. No, thank you. But there they are. Now let's see if we can slam the vehicle to the ground and make it hideous. So I'm not gonna be doing that because I legitimately think that this looks disgusting. But what I am gonna be doing is slamming it just a little bit to about maybe here. I think this looks the best. Now, let's see, transmission, turbo, we already did. Wheels, I am kind of digging those, so no point in changing them. Light smoke on the tint, since there is no real reason to have exposed interior. Nothing special, no engine parts visible, and that takes us to the part of the video where we customize the color of the vehicle. And as always, I asked you guys, the viewers of the Dewbauchee party, what color do you want me to make the vehicle in the video you're watching right now? And granted, this week was kind of a weird one, and to make a long story short, yellow won. So thank you so much to everybody that voted on the poll. Hopefully you had fun participating and voting. And in case you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe so you can vote on future polls. Now, let's see. Where do we have yellow? Actually, the one was orange, which I called pink. I mean, called peach. So, probably this is the closest orange color we have, especially because it's called orange, bright orange. I think I'm going to be going with this one. Yep. Now, let's see. Secondary color, something metallic. And no secondary parts now, do we? Absolutely not. So this one is completely useless. Trim color. No, they're not visible from the outside, I think. So Probably a waste of money, this. But let's just make them red so they match up with the other parts of the vehicle. Mostly the crew emblem. And with that, we are out of here. And here we are. The sun is setting nicely. And really excited for this one because I really liked its performance before customizing it. Now, just to make sure, the vehicle is still an all-wheel drive one, which is really cool. I was honestly, when I first saw this, I was not expecting this, and something else that I'm not expecting is how snappy it is. This vehicle, probably not anymore, but when it was released, I am sure this was near the top of its class in terms of initial acceleration. The acceleration rivals many vehicles released today, many supercar vehicles. So, really impressed with the acceleration of this one. The handling is another great feature it has. It's, as you can see, very predictable and very almost self-correcting. You really can't mess it up. Well, you could if you're me, just like, yeah. Well, I actually made that look kind of cool, but you know what I'm saying. It's kind of a good vehicle to just drift around with. Maybe if you slam it a little bit more to the ground and actually remove the spoiler, it's going to be a little bit more slipperier, so that might be a good option for you. And keep in mind that this is before Rockstar introduced slick tires to the game, which is done in the Los Santos car meet workshop. So this is not that, this is just a vehicle that's really fun to drive. Now, do I recommend getting this for $1.4 million? Honestly, kind of. It's a really cool representation of the vehicle it's based on. Is it good in terms of performance and customization? Customization, yeah, it's kind of decent. Performance, though, really good. I would not be surprised if you could still win a lot of races with this bad boy in the end of 2023. Now, do I recommend getting this from the Lucky Wheel in case you missed it your first time around? Absolutely. It's a great looking vehicle in my opinion. It's really distinctive. It's a shame that Rockstar couldn't give us something unique that we can show other people that it's from the Lucky Wheel, for example, a cool livery, maybe a nice rim color that's not available for anything else, but it is what it is. Rockstar is what they are. Just to sum it up, do I recommend getting this from the Lucky Wheel? Absolutely. It's a great vehicle. Just make sure you have an empty garage space before attempting to win it. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself in a big mess. So that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you liked what you saw. If you like the vehicle, or even if you don't, let me know in the comment section down below. It helps out the algorithm, and I really appreciate it. Give a like on the video, consider becoming a channel member. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Now let's see what this baby can do on the drag strip. Not really. He came out of nowhere, officer, I swear.